research questions. Have you got some? If you're doing a PhD or any other kind of research project, to be honest, you need some. By the end of this video, you will be well on your way to a list of focused, realistic research questions. Research questions are your best friend. They're like a compass guiding you through the research jungle, and without them, you're going to get lost. And believe me, I have seen a lot of PhD students get lost. I'm Dr. Elizabeth Yardley, and I'm here to help you develop some research questions that will not only give your research direction, but make your life so much easier when it comes to data collection and data analysis. So grab a notebook, grab a coffee, let's dive in. Before we get on to how to actually write them, let's think about why research questions are so important, why they matter. Your research questions directly address your aims and objectives. They're not just for show or to make your thesis look fancy. They help you focus your study in on those specific elements, those specific aspects that you're investigating. They narrow down the broad scope of your topic into manageable chunks. Without them, you're just kind of wandering around, not really knowing where you're headed. And I don't want that for you. I want you to be clear, focused, and on track. Now, here's a quick tip on the number of research questions you need. You'll have 3, 4, maybe 5. Not 12, not 20, not 37. Keep it focused. All right, so what makes a good research question? A good question is specific, clear, and manageable. They're not too broad, they're not too vague. You want questions that you can realistically answer within the scope of your PhD. Here's what I want you to think about when you're crafting your research questions. Is it researchable? Can you actually collect data to answer this question? Is it focused? Are you focused on one aspect rather than trying to investigate the whole thing? Does it address your research aims and objectives? Your research questions should link directly back to what you said you were going to do. And if you need some help with your aims and objectives, I've got a video for that. I will link to it on the screen right now. I'll also pop it in the description for later. Now, if you're sat there staring at a blank page or a blank screen, wondering, what do I even write for these questions? How do I articulate them? How do I phrase them? Don't worry, I've got you covered. Here are some great prompts to help you get started. Feel free to take a screenshot, to pause the video, or to come back to these later, because there are some really valuable ones here. To what extent does? How important is? What are the key factors that influence? How do? Differ in terms of? What is the relationship between and? In what ways does? Impact upon? How effective are? At addressing? What challenges do? Face in? What role does? Play in? How has? Changed over time in relation to? These are all really flexible, and I just want to take you back to what I said earlier. You only need 3, 4, or 5 research questions, so you don't need to use all of these prompts, you only need to use some of them. You can plug in your own variables, your own concepts, you can tweak them to fit your research. They will get you thinking in a way that's focused and actionable. For example, let's say you're studying lawyers in New York City and you're looking at how they balance their professional ambitions with their family life. You might ask questions like this. To what extent does the pressure to meet billable hour requirements impact early career lawyers' ability to balance work and family life? What are the key factors that influence early career lawyers' ability to manage family responsibilities while advancing their legal careers in New York City? How do male and female early career lawyers differ in terms of their experiences balancing professional ambitions with family life? In what ways does organisational support affect work-life balance among early career lawyers in large New York City law firms? How important is flexible working for early career lawyers in managing family life while pursuing career advancement? Now, I want to hear from you in the comments. Here are some fill-in-the-gaps templates that you can use right now to develop a research question. Pick one, fill it in, and post it in the comments. Seriously, do it. I would love to know what you're looking at in your research, and I would love to help you out if you're a bit stuck when it comes to research questions. So pick one, get typing. Let's break that down even more now. When you're writing a research question, you're usually focusing on one of a few things. Firstly, relationships. How does X relate to Y? For example, what is the relationship between the number of billable hours early career lawyers work and their ability to spend time with their families? Secondly, differences. So how do A and B compare? For example, how do male and female early career lawyers differ in terms of their ability to balance professional responsibilities and family life? Thirdly, influence or impact. What is the effect of X on Y? For example, to what extent does flexible working influence early career lawyers' ability to manage family life and career advancement? Fourthly, processes. So what are the key factors involved? For example, what key factors influence early career lawyers' ability to balance family responsibilities with their professional ambitions in New York City? It's all about choosing the right angle for your research and ensuring that it's clear and doable. So have a think about that. What should be the focus of your research questions? What exactly are you interested in exploring? Now, that will be influenced by a number of things, your paradigm being one of them. So what is the lens through which you are looking at the research? I'll pop a link on the screen to a video that will help you with that if you were like, paradigm, what's that? Now, let's talk about some mistakes that I see students making when it comes to developing their research questions. And trust me, I've seen them all. Firstly, too broad. And here's an example of that. What are the challenges early career lawyers face in their work and personal lives? Way too broad, right? You're not writing a book on every challenge faced by lawyers. Narrow it down. Focus on a specific issue, like work-life balance or family responsibilities. Secondly, too vague. For example, how does work affect lawyers? This doesn't tell me what type of work you're looking at, which group of lawyers, or how it affects them. Be specific. For instance, you could ask, how does meeting billable hour requirements affect early career lawyers' family lives? Thirdly, unanswerable questions. For example, why is work-life balance a problem for lawyers? This is a really biased question because it assumes an outcome. It assumes that lawyers, all lawyers, have a work-life balance problem. You want questions that are neutral, that can be answered through research, not ones that suggest an answer in the question itself. Instead, try something like this. To what extent does flexible working impact the work-life balance of early career lawyers? The takeaway here is to ensure that your questions are clear, focused, and answerable. And if you're not sure, test them out on someone who knows nothing about your research. If they don't get it, if they can't understand those questions and where you're going with them, you probably need to refine them. Popping up on your screen right now is another video that you might find helpful if you are in the planning stages of your research. It's about how to narrow down a broad research topic. So if that sounds familiar, go and check it out. I'll see you in there.